3 hopes, 3 fears. This is really important to become aware of what we come into relationships with. We come into all these relationships with hopes and fears. And if we don't address them, we sort of leave them there lurking, and they're able to hurt our relationships. So we talk about them. As we enter each relationship, let's talk about our fears. Let's talk about our hopes. That's really where we're starting with session 1 and Pairs Essentials. Communication. Realizing what you're coming with, and letting your partner know. So, 3 hopes. We ask somebody in the audience to go ahead and read them. Everything good I ever wanted in my life, I will find with you. Right? Take the time to explain that. What does that mean? Well, that honeymoon stage. All of a sudden you have this person, they make you feel different than your last partner, or they make you feel different, they make you feel happy. All of a sudden you think, this is all going to be great. This is all going to be good. I'm going to find it in you. I have found it in you. I like this, I like that. We're in the honeymoon. There's all these good things, and I found it right here in you. Number 2, all the good things I have, I will keep. I'll keep my job, I keep my time with my friends, I keep my side hobbies, my time elsewhere. I get to keep all these things and still enjoy time with you. Many people think this. Still time with the guys, time with the ladies, the time with the hobbies, time with the family. I get to go on vacation wherever I've always decided, with whichever family member I wanted to. Hope number 3. All the upsetting, unhappy things that happened to me before will not happen with you. I'm really getting together with you because I remember my ex. I remember my other partnerships. And I don't think it's going to happen again here. This is good. I really like this. This is what I hope. I hope I never have to experience that again. When my ex, pretended not to get my phone call, I'm sure this new partner won't ever do that to me. I'm sure my new partner won't ever lie to me like somebody else has. I'm sure my new partner will always come through, won't not come through like somebody else has. These are all of these feelings of hope and excitement that we enter these relationships with. And it's okay to say it and say it out there. But what happens with our 3 hopes? Just like the stages of the relationship, right at the heels of all of these hopes is this radar with our fears of coming into a new relationship. How about if this person isn't that person? How about if it won't be any different? So we go to number 1. We ask somebody to read it. Good things I hope for will not or are not happening. Right? We were sure you were never going to, lie to me like somebody in the past, like things that have happened before. I was sure I was never going to feel it again. I was sure I was never going to experience this again. But that's a fear. I'm really afraid. Good things I hope for might be happening. Number 2, you'd ask somebody to read it. Good things I had, I will, or am losing. Right? Maybe I can't have guy night anymore, ladies night anymore, friend night anymore. Maybe I can't go, to my uncle's every Easter or every Christmas or every single holiday. Now I have to compromise a little bit. I don't get to keep all those things. Ask for somebody to read number 3. Upsetting, hurtful things that happened before are happening again with you. So as I moved into this relationship and I was so excited to have these hopes, man, we also have to realize we all come into relationships with these fears. We are afraid this isn't going to be it, that this isn't going to be all sunshine and dandelions. We can get some of the same things. It's important that as we're going through any one of these slides that we're really giving people a number of examples that they might relate to, that they're constantly thinking within themselves, oh this, oh that, yes, I recognize this. What we're looking for is that experiential feeling, for them to experience the things that we're talking about, experience the class. They're here with that person next to them, and they're really thinking about how this relates to their situation, what they feel, what they think, their behaviors and things that they've seen, and they're really learning because they're sort of enveloped around the feelings that you're sending out there, and the examples that you're sending out there. So as we do the 3 fears and 3 hopes, we want to make sure to ask, does anybody relate to any of them? Do they find any of them familiar? And give them time to share. If they're willing to share, this is the bit where every single time somebody shares, they're letting the person next to them know that it's safe to share. Every time you share, you're letting them know that it's safe to share. You give examples and they say, oh yes, hold on, that does sound familiar. We really want to make sure that participation is there, that experiential aspect is there, in order for those people in your class to really feel the range of emotions that we're trying, and the understanding that we're trying to get to. So before we leave the 3 hopes, 3 fears, we really want to sort of summarize that, as we said earlier, right on the heels of the 3 hopes, there's this invisible radar for those 3 fears. And what we're trying to do is just answer those questions for ourselves. What are those hopes that we come into a relationship with? What are those fears that we come into the relationship with? And our goal at some point when we feel comfortable is identifying them for ourselves and being able to communicate them with the people we love, and learning to have those conversations. So before you leave this section, you want to direct people to their worksheets, or the worksheet in the workbook that's called Clarifying Expectations. And ask them to take a few minutes to fill this out. Make sure to be clear that this worksheet, these questions, are just there for themselves. They don't have to share them. The ultimate goal will be to share them. But right now, to fill them out with all of their honesty, with how they really feel, and not think about that sharing aspect just yet, but just to recognize them for themselves. So go ahead and put on some music, some soft music, and give your participants about 5 minutes. You don't need to walk around. You can give them their space. Just give them 5 minutes to make sure that they fill that up.